Welcome here to Veterans Field alongside Robert Marcello and Lyle Goldstein. I'm Chris Lucey. Hawk Talk here after Game 4 on the Cape Cod League season. Not going as planned for the Harbor Hawks. They fall 10-1 to the Chatham A's here in enemy territory at Veterans Field in the interdivisional matchup. And Lyle, I'll start with you. The 10-1 loss for the Harbor Hawks coming at the end of 3 home runs for the Chatham A's. The Anglers doubling their home run total tonight, and one of them coming from a familiar face from you.
Yeah, Spencer Torkelson led things off in the bottom of the first with a moonshot out to left field. That ball was absolutely torched. That put the A's up 1-0 to start things. He hit 25 homers at Arizona State this season. That led the country. No freshman's ever done that in the history of college baseball. And then the other two, Kyle McCann with a 3-run shot out to right center field, and then Blake Sable, a 3-hit night, 2 singles, along with that long ball. The Chatham A's put up 10 runs, all of them in the first 4 innings, and the long ball was a big factor tonight.
Torkelson and Lyle Goldstein, both gainfully employed Sun Devils out here on the Cape. And Robert, on the pitching end for the Harbor Hawks, it was tough early on. They weren't able to throw up a clean sheet until late in the game, namely in the 4th inning of things. But once the Harbor Hawks got settled down, things started to look a little better when they got into the bullpen.
It definitely did, and the bullpen did a great job like we've really seen for the first 4 games so far this year. The starting pitching tonight obviously wasn't very good. Multiple times walking guys, getting behind guys in counts, that's never good as a pitcher. So hopefully tomorrow, during the doubleheader, they can work on that.
Correction, they actually didn't throw up a clean sheet, the Harbor Hawks pitchers, until the bottom of the 5th inning. But still, Kohn coming in the 4th, he was able to get that inning over. He pitched a 1/3 of an inning there and then had 2 stellar innings after that, throwing up the first 2 clean sheets of the evening, winning himself player of the game for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. He had a minute to speak with Dani Terzer after the ball game. Let's cut to them right now.
Thanks, guys. Here with me is Hyannis Harbor Hawks player of the game, Zach Kohn. You come into a game like this where your team is down by 9. What's your approach on the mound?
I just try to throw strikes, make him hit the ball a little bit, do what I can. If I get 2 strikes, try to bury the guy, put him away. But yeah, other than that, just pound the zone, stay competitive.
You pitched 2 1/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, no runs, 2 hits. How important is it for you and for your team in a game that they're struggling like this for you to be effective?
It's really big time. It saves the bullpen. When you got a guy that just goes out there, throws an inning or whatever. So to eat up that the 2 and a 1/3 or whatever. It saves arms and it gives us a little boost through them innings. So yeah, it's good.
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you so much, Dani. Here at Veterans Field, wrapping things up after a 10-1 loss for the Harbor Hawks here in Game 4 of the Cape Cod League season alongside Lyle Goldstein and Robert Marcello. Again, I am Chris Lucey. Gentlemen, a big doubleheader for the Harbor Hawks tomorrow. Starting at 3, Hyannis takes on Brewster. The Whitecaps have won 2 straight, beating Chatham 10-1, the same score yesterday, and then also putting up 8 runs tonight in their 2nd consecutive win. Lyle, what do the Harbor Hawks have to do better to avoid falling victim to a red-hot Whitecaps squad right now?
Well, they just kind of have to string together hits a little bit more. We saw in the Falmouth game and then tonight that the bats really went quiet. They couldn't find a lot of offense. They also stranded 7 guys on base tonight. So tomorrow they're just going to have to string some rallies together, put together a few hits, maybe even some extra base hits in there. Of course, tonight, 4 hits, only 1 for extra bases. Bottom line, offense just has to get going tomorrow.
Robert, what's the key to the doubleheader for you tomorrow?
I think anytime you go into a doubleheader, you at least want to split the game. And I think tomorrow, it's crucial for the Harbor Hawks to get back on track and win both games so they can get going.
There you have it. Hyannis falling 10-1 to Chatham today here at Veterans Field, but the Harbor Hawks will be back at it tomorrow at McKeon Park for a doubleheader against the Brewster Whitecaps. You can catch that one on our YouTube page, the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Catch highlights from this game, an interview from Dani Terzer as well on our SoundCloud page. Look up Hyannis Harbor Hawks on SoundCloud to find the audio home of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Signing off on behalf of my broadcast partners, Robert Marcello and Lyle Goldstein, I'm Chris Lucey. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great evening.